Compton Rick Rock.
Man, what's up? We back again, man. It's always a pleasure when we come on Capone. You know how I go. A pleasure, man.
You've been killing it, man. You've been going crazy on the internet.
I've been getting lucky, man. You know what I'm saying? I figured out something. I'm gonna keep my secret, but I figured out a little method, man. You know what I'm saying? Getting into it with these suckers, I definitely showed my channel some justice, man.
Oh, that's what it is, man. So who do you got with you?
I got Demon Time Exotics, man. I found him on the side of the freeway, fixing the flat tire. So I told him, man, come on, father, we going to Capone studio. Now, this the homie, we've been doing a couple of videos and, you know what I'm saying, I'm looking out for him. I got looked out, so I'm looking out for the next brother. You know how I go.
That's what it is, man. Well, there's a lot going on the West Coast in hip-hop. There's a lot to talk about, man, so I'm going to get right into it, man. Big U, Luce Cannon, Bricc Baby. You know, these are all popular people on the West Coast, on the internet, and they've all been indicted on a RICO called Operation Drawdown. Were you surprised?
Yeah, I was surprised, man, because I never seen nothing like that on the internet. I've never seen dudes get on the internet and really say some real shit to get them caught up like that. I thought it was all some made up cap when I seen Luce Cannon on there doing it. But if I would have known that he was serious as he was, I would have never got into an internet beef with him. But as far as them getting locked up, man, you know, if they innocent, they'll be out. But if they not, man, they done. You know, but freedom guys, man.
We kind of heard about something like this happening, you know, just maybe a week or so before it actually happened, but I didn't really take it serious, you know.
Right.
600 is on his channel, and he's bringing up Big U getting arrested.
Right.
You know, he's saying that the police told them that there's DNA under victims' fingernails. You know, do you think that, like, you know, 600 putting it out there like that kind of made the feds have to, like, speed up their indictment?
I think that they was already on him for quite some time. I think by them doing that, it might be a possibility that, yeah, he didn't already spill the beans, because like they say, the mother said, don't tell nobody this. They already told the family what was going to happen, but by them doing that, they probably said, we got to get on them right now, because they wasn't supposed to know this information. But I just think that was some goofy shit, man. Like, getting on the internet, doing that, man, it's like that's your homeboy. If you was trying to warn him, you could have just called somebody from your neighborhood, like, I don't mess with dude, but give him a heads up, man. They got his DNA under some fingernails. This is the word they saying. But going to the internet, that was just all this shit on this internet, man. It's gonna change the way that we do content from now on. And a lot of these dudes, the first thing they say is, ain't no paperwork on me. We living in an era now where you don't need paperwork if you on the internet putting out information now. That is the paperwork. It's a trail. They could pull that up in court and use it against your ass. So I think that by him doing that, definitely might have raised the eyebrow. Like, we got to help him get him right now. Yeah.
Now, you know, Big U gets arrested, and, you know, when he gets arrested, he makes a video. You know, when he's being, you know, before he turns himself in, and he kind of blames Whack, 600, and Luce Cannon, and he calls him foul.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, that wasn't cool. For him to be a gangster, like, you know, Big U, known name, gangster in LA. But for him to get online and try to put it off on somebody else, he doing what they was doing, but he wasn't supposed to do that. But that's like basically like dry snitching. Like, why y'all got me, but y'all ain't got them? I don't think that was cool at all. He should have got his lawyer, let them do all the talking, turned himself in, but getting online, trying to put it off on somebody else. Why y'all ain't got them? Just bringing their name up. That wasn't cool at all. That wasn't no cool shit.
Now, with Luce Cannon and Bricc Baby, we just found out they're selled up. Right. That's kind of crazy, man. Like, what was your thoughts when you heard that?
One of them telling. That's what I thought. Like, being from a street aspect, one of them got to be working. This is the first thing I'm thinking. Now, second, if they not working, then that cell hot as a firecracker. They got that motherfucker bugged for real. So what they gonna do is they gonna put them up in there, let them get to talking, get all the information they need. The wire might be in the vents, in the cell vent. Who knows? But that was my first thing, man. These dudes working. Somebody working. Either Luce Cannon working or Bricc working. If they not working, that cell is hot.
Do you think it's kind of foul for the police to put them together knowing that they've had beef for like how many years now? They've been going at each other on the internet, and then they put them in the same cell.
They don't care about that. They trying to get a conviction. And as much talking them two goofy motherfuckers do online, they fist to have a talking party. They know that. They said, man, these two dudes is some major gossiping guys. Let's put them in a cell together. And they fit to tell us everything we need to know. Or it could be a situation like this. Let's just say they arrested them just to make it look good. You know what I'm saying? And get them, because they've been telling on the internet. We done seen Luce Cannon get his goofy ass on this internet and over tell literally shit that they got him for. They got his ass for talking on No Jumper. It's like, I thought he was playing. I swear I thought the whole time this dude was playing, this was really giving up the shit. So they gonna definitely get some information out their ass. If they better do nothing but pray in that cell. It better not be nothing but praying and push-ups. Anything else, their ass is getting recorded. You can believe that. Or one of them working for the feds.
I mean, I've heard of the cops, bringing like a random person in a cell to get the person to talk.
Yeah.
But it just seems like, you put two people, it just seems kind of like, the play is obvious. It just seems
right. But they slow. Luce Cannon, he got a child brain anyway, so he not even thinking that far. He gonna be the first one. They fit to put on more hits than Elvis Presley and Michael Jackson. They fit to be in that motherfucker singing like they done already done it. It's already on. Don't Stop Now? They put them in there because they know these two dudes. One of them is slow, and the other one, he trying to prove himself. So they got the right combination for a good explosion.
Well, Luce Cannon, he did first go viral for saying that Big U called him right before Nipsey was killed.
Yeah.
And, recently the feds came to No Jumper and had a subpoena for the cease and desist that Big U sent them over that interview, and probably over that specific thing that he said.
Right. Yeah, man. They playing the game. The feds, they want that clout too. You know what I'm saying? All this shit is clout chasing. We living in the clout era, and they want that letter. Why they want to know, why do you want this content not shown? They want the whole episode, all the recording, everything. Before the interview started, they want all that shit.
So one of the things that they did bring up in the indictment, and that's something that's been going on in LA for as long as I can remember, man, and it's really nothing new, but this is like the first time that I've actually seen it like brought up in a case, or the police actually put it on some paperwork. What do you think about them bringing up the checking in situation?
They trying to use that for their case. He had a show called Checking In. In Compton, LA, Compton, different politics. Compton, we don't give a who come through there. We ain't fit to be telling nobody they can check in, nothing. You bring your ass in the wrong neighborhood, you play at your own risk. That's your ass. So you go somewhere with somebody that ain't reputable, you might get your jury took whatsoever. But in Compton, we don't really trip like that. But in LA, if that's the politics, the games they play, that's protocol. But only thing I can say about that is, I wouldn't necessarily say checking in. That's just what they calling it, right? That's like if I come to your town, right? I don't know nobody out there. I'm gonna call you, hey Capone, hey, I'm out here. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what I'm gonna do. It ain't got nothing to do with no money, no nothing like that. I wanna make sure you say, hey Rock, don't take your ass around that corner. Just got smoked over there last night. Oh, is that right? Don't go to that hamburger stand that you was about to go to. They over there busting on fools. So that's the purpose of that. You know what I'm saying? I think they just putting a 10 on it to make the case, make him seem like he was just this boogeyman, whatever the case may be. Them suckers. And you got to think about the dudes that was doing this shit. Them some sucker ass motherfuckers. Ain't no real fit to give you shit. If I'm going to come to another state, I got homies out there, I'm going to call in, hey, I'm in town. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to link up with y'all, make sure everything's straight. But half them dudes was busters. Wasn't no gangsters. You ain't fit to have no gangster checking in.
Oh, yeah. But I feel like the guys that they checking in with end up being the ones that prey on them, So it's like, say you supposed to be cool, I'm supposed to be cool with you. And I come out here, hey man, a Compton Ricc Rock, I'm about to come out here. And then it's like, hey man, I need you to I need you to record this song for me and my artist. So now you done just got a multi-million-dollar, multi-platinum artist to record a song for you just for hitting you up to come and be safe. It was supposed to be, I'm not getting extorted, but now I'm hitting you up to not get extorted. I end up getting extorted by you.
Well, you want to record that song, get your ass whooped. Either you're going to record the song or get your ass whooped. So what you going to do?
See,
That makes sense. I'll go in there and sing like Michael Jackson before I get my ass whooped. And then you doing a favor. He looking out for you. Why you can't look out for them?
just to come in town, I got to give you
Well, stay your ass out
a
of
platinum
town.
record.
Don't come. Listen, if you're an artist, stop going over there hanging out with the killers and the gangsters. Take your ass to Hollywood where you're supposed to go. Hang out with the rich motherfuckers and stay y'all ass up out the hood. You bring your ass to the hood, then you got everything, a kicking ass, and get your ass in there singing them songs like Ike Turner used to do Tina Turner. Because you putting yourself in you go hang with some killers, gangsters. What do you expect?
Some gangster shit to happen.
Some gangster shit to happen. Stay your motherfucking ass up out the hood. Don't come to the hood. Quit trying to be fit in. Half these dudes ain't no street. They get up in here and tell all these lies on these albums. Then they want to come hanging with the killers and the thugs. And then when shit happened to them, now these bitch ass want to complain and cry. I'm getting extorted. Stay your punk ass out the motherfucking ghetto.
What about the boxers and the NBA players and the NFL players? They just coming through LA and getting pressed just
Take your ass, listen, take your ass and hang out with the motherfucking basketball players that's in LA. Stop coming to hang out with the thugs and the killers and the gangsters. And when gangster shit happen, y'all want to complain and cry. You know what I'm saying? Stop doing it. If you come out here and get your chain tucked, right? And you call me and I say, let me make some few calls to get your shit, see if I get your shit back. And I get your shit back. Now here go your chain, this couple $100,000, man, throw me 10, 20,000. You can at least do that.
For sure.
This ain't, so they looking at this shit wrong. This ain't, it stay y'all scary asses away from the gangsters.
But the game they playing is yeah, you gonna get the chain back, but you sent to take the chain from me in the first place. That's the crazy part.
It wouldn't have happened if you wouldn't have brung your ass dealing with this gangster shit.
Remind me never to check in with you, because look, you can't not check in. You can check in. You just never just come. I'm never coming out here.
Stop hanging with the thugs, man. That's all I'm gonna tell y'all. Stop hanging with if you from out of town, take your ass down there and hang out all the Hollywood spots. You take your ass over there in them hoods, everything that's supposed to happen to you is gonna happen to you. So welcome to the ghetto.
Yeah, they say that's the play. That's the play, man. You check in with somebody, you get robbed by the people you check in with.
It's part of the game.
That's crazy.
Stop checking in with who gonna check your pockets. Period. That's how I go.
Well, one of the things that always happens when something big happens, somebody gets arrested or just some viral moment, usually creates a lot more viral moments. And old videos of Big U start popping up and right. Big U saying you better check in.
Yeah, he was on the internet talking. Listen, man. Nobody expected the shit that's going on right now. I would have never in a million years thought that everything these dudes are saying, even the stuff that we say on the internet, one day we might do some crazy, stupid shit and they gonna go back and get even the videos that we was playing on and said, nah, you weren't playing, motherfucker, you was serious. Like the police told me when they arrested me, who the judge gonna believe, me or you? You see, if they could paint that picture and it fits and then they got in your own words where you saying it, your ass is done. He was doing some stupid shit too. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no motherfucking saint. He was doing some dumb shit too, getting on the internet, talking crazy, reckless. He didn't know that they was gonna do this to his ass. If he did know and he was on the internet doing that, he crazy as you know.
Big U and Luce Cannon haven't been getting along for quite some years now. Mm-hmm. And they're on the same case, and I think they're probably in the same facility. Mm-hmm. And what do you think would happen if they run into each other?
If he was smart, I wouldn't do shit. I wouldn't do nothing to him. For the simple fact we fighting the case. You see what I'm saying? Like, my thing is, that could be a setup. You see what I'm saying? I wouldn't do nothing to him. If something happened to him, it's gonna automatically happen, because the fellas up in there already gonna know what time it is. He ain't really gotta do nothing, but if he was smart, I wouldn't do nothing to him. I wouldn't.
During the initial release of the indictment, they talk about the video the Luce Cannon did in No Jumper, where he beat those guys down, man. What did you think when you first seen that video drop?
It was a skit. That's what I thought. I thought it was a skit. Yeah.
Really? Even with the blows?
Look, them dudes is clout chasers, man. Luce Cannon would do anything for some fame. He'd give up his ass. He'd tell on his mama. He'd do anything for fame. You know what I'm saying? So I thought I even thought it was a prop. I thought what they had was props. Because dude didn't have not one scar on him when I did the video, the little interview with him.
Right.
He didn't have a bruise, nothing. I said, this shit fake. And we still ain't seen that fake ass, we ain't seen the preacher yet. So we ain't seen him yet. So I thought it was all fake. You know?
But I got information that preacher is real. And
man, we seen that preacher throwing up gang signs. He needed his ass whooped if he talking about he a preacher.
No,
he throwing up gang signs.
They just calling him the preacher, but
right.
he's a real person, and that situation real from what I hear.
Is he okay? Because last I heard he was having health problems.
Yeah, so from what I understand, he was put in the hospital. He was having brain hemorrhage.
Well, he shouldn't have took his ass up there. He shouldn't have went up there.
From what I hear, he was just the ride. That's what's so bogus.
He should have stayed in the car.
He just gave Jay Reed the ride.
You seen Friday when the dude told, what's his name, Red, why you over here with these people? He should have stayed his ass in the car, let Jay Reed get his ass whooped, and then got on. You want to go over there and see what they, man, listen, let me tell you something, homie. Peep game, man. A lot of these dudes be really thinking that somebody gonna put them on. Somebody gonna help them. You gotta put yourself in the position. Dude walked his ass up there thinking that he was fit to get on something, and he got something. You see what I'm saying? I thought it was a skit. I really thought it was a skit.
What did you think when you found out it was real?
When I found out it was real, I said, you had to be the dumb up Jay Reed to go up there and with Luce Cannon, knowing his name is Luce Cannon. He, like I said, he'll do anything for fame. You know what I mean? So I heard that there was some tension, but it's on the internet that there was some gang shit said, and that's how it happened. I don't really too much know. I really didn't give a. He gave me an interview. I knew Jay Reed from prison. And the Jay Reed that I knew from prison, he was always one of the cool dudes. He hung out with the homie from the gangster card, solid homies. He had the phone. He let me use the phone anytime I need to go on a family visit. My ex-wife come, he let me use the phone. So I never really seen him to even be no thug, no street dude like that, because he always was like a smooth player. But yeah, after seeing that video and I found out it was real, only thing I could say is, man, stop with gangsters and these thugs. These retarded, stop with these people, man.
What did you think when you found out that Luce Cannon was the one that actually put the video out?
Luce Cannon didn't put the video out. 600 put the video out. 600 was the first one to put the video out. He said it himself. And if it wasn't for him putting that video out, the world would have never seen this shit. But you know, that's...
I think he texted to a lot of people. He gave it to a lot of people.
And told everybody to put it out.
Exactly.
Who told him to put it out?
I'm telling you, listen. What for one, 600 didn't record it because he wasn't there. So, and they was recording before it started. So what he did was, which they always do, they sent it to a third party so it's not coming directly from them. Then they can react to it, and they trying to put like a layer of separation between themselves. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what he did. He sent them, like he said, he WhatsApped them that video, made 600 put it out because that's their little send-off goofy, you know what I mean? So they put it out through him, and then, I didn't put it out so they could have some deniability to add them. You feel what I'm saying? That's what that's about.
Man, I don't know what happened. I don't know how it went, but I will say this. I thought it was a skit, and yeah, they shouldn't have took their ass up there, man. You know?
What about Jay Reed being connected to Dale Morrison?
I don't know nothing about none of that.
Okay.
Jay Reed and Dale Morrison?
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that.
They're connected somehow, but hey. You know who Dale Morrison is on the Big UK victim?
I've heard a little bit about it, right? He's the guy, allegedly, the guy who they robbed at the weed store, right? That's
allegedly. Nobody knows, man. Look, all these dudes, let me tell you something, man. All these dudes put themselves in these positions, and then when shit happened to them, now they want to go tell. You see what I'm saying? Stop acting like you a gangster. Stop acting like you tough. And then when you get your ass whooped, now you want to go tell. Somebody, ain't nobody robbed you. That if you seen the clip on, what was that, Rap Report or some shit like that? What's that, Rap Report, the channel that you did the reaction to?
Yeah.
Like he say, dude want to fit in. Dude want to be down. running around town using somebody's name and all this. Ain't nobody robbed these dudes, man. These dudes give it up, and then when it go bad for their ass, now they want to tell to get out of it. Ain't nobody robbed these suckers, man.
He did say on the recording, man, you know, I was rolling around moving bogus. I wasn't checking in, doing what I was supposed to do.
Yeah, man, these dudes,
so
man,
he was trying to be cool.
Ain't nobody robbed these. Man, these dudes want to come over here and hang with these gangsters. And like I keep saying, when gangster shit happen, now these want to talk about this happened. Ain't nothing, your bitch ass went over there trying to fit in. And that's all that happened. Just like Jay Reed took his whole ass up there to the no jumper, trying to be tough, acting like he was hard, had his driver thinking he was fit to get a deal, took they ass over there, and whatever happened, that's some regular everyday shit. Now, don't go telling. You see what I'm saying? Don't get on the internet talking about you want to tell. Now, when we did the interview, I said, you know what? You can tell your story. I didn't give a you know what I'm saying? Like I say, I thought the shit was a skit. That's what I thought. I said, this some clout chasing ass shit. I laughed the whole time at the shit. I didn't think, especially when they start crying on the goddamn film. But what really pissed me off the second time we did it, a female called me and she said, man, you know, he did some sexual shit. I said, what? Yeah, and then he did it to my auntie while I was in front of him when I was a kid. And that's when I said, you know what? Now I feel bad for putting him on my goddamn platform. And the whole time, Wack was telling me, look, man, old boy trying to be famous, man. He wants some internet clout, some fame, man. And the whole time, this is exactly what the happened. So he played me. He got me. He took me knowing him for advantage. You know what I mean? He took advantage of that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned people cooperating. They're saying there's like 50 people cooperating, and it says in the paperwork that people who are part of this indictment are cooperating.
Yeah, that's what they do. This is the new world that we live in. All that snitches get stitches, that shit over with. Stitches get riches and bitches. Ain't no more a snitch getting their ass whooped and all that. That's over with. These dudes is telling now to get themselves out of situations that they put themselves in. These dudes don't be with it. They act like they with it, and then when they get caught, they gonna tell on your ass. So.
Woody messed it up. You know what I'm saying? Woody got out and he got famous now. People think, you know, Woody ain't
They've been telling since Sammy the Bull, man.
Yeah.
Woody, all this shit been going on.
You know, one thing I did notice about Bricc Baby's paperwork that I don't think anyone else has noticed or posted is that out of all the time people are saying that they all talked a lot on the podcast, you know, and everything was brought up, you know, nowhere in his paperwork did they bring up any of his podcasts.
Bricc Baby got caught with two AK-47, over 100 rounds of ammunition, and they let his ass go. He ain't went to court. He ain't. What do you think happened? They let him go for a reason. How you get caught with some pistols and don't go to jail, and Crip Mac just got 10 years? How much time they gave him for a gun that don't even work? His shit was broke, didn't even shoot. But he gets some time. But you get caught with a AK-47? Come on, man. It don't take a rocket science to see what the hell going on here.
Fuck that. He just had a Glock with a stick on live the day before he went to the feds. What about that? We talking about the AK that we never seen. The world seen that 15 shot in that Gen 5 he had on.
It says it says that in it. We seen the paperwork he got caught with that AK-47.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Look, but what about that? That show me you working too. Yeah. The world seen that.
I don't put nothing past none of them dudes, man.
Do you think when they get out that they're going to go back to the exact same thing?
They ain't getting out.
They're not getting out.
Look, Luce Cannon, Bricc Baby, listen. With the shit they got on them, they gonna try to stretch you, right? Luce Cannon and Bricc Baby, they finna get life. When Luce Cannon get life, I done already told him on that last video I did, I'm gonna f your wife. I'm gonna have sex with Sharice Mills. I'm gonna get my money up. I'm gonna go over to get Sharice Mills. I'm gonna have sex with her. I'm gonna take care of that little boy that he got. He got a handsome child and all that. I'm gonna put him through college, let him go play football and all that. We ain't gonna tell you nothing about his daddy. Point blank, period.
Man, shout out Beathers, shout out Ace, all of them over there.
Yeah, man, man, listen, bro. Luce is going down, man. And I don't wish jail on nobody, but if he get life, oh well, nigga, you shouldn't have went on no jumper. Stay your ass off no jumper talking shit. Yeah, I'm gonna f his wife though. Yeah.
Free Luce Quinn is sweetie.
Yeah, sweetie. He said, my dick. Listen, that dude disrespected my deceased father. And I've been working out. He didn't even know I was working out to whoop his ass when I catch him. You see what I'm saying? So Let him sit his ass up in that goddamn cell while I sit up in his house and have Sharice moaning. Yeah, I'm gonna put a hump in her back like a Halloween cat. Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you guys been into it for a while, you and Luce.
We had some internet beef. He was talking, talking how he talk, and I talk like how I talk. It was some internet shit, but it went too far when he disrespected my deceased father. And at that point, I decided I'm just gonna his girlfriend. Yeah.
I remember you did say that even back then.
Yeah, I knew he was going. Listen, man, I know he was going down the way he was moving. Sometimes when you get into it with these dudes, you don't have to do nothing to them. Pay attention to how they move. They gonna wreck themselves. He was a crash dummy. He was one of them dudes from the 80s that you put in one of them cars. Remember them commercials with the dummies in it? They smashed right into the wall. He was one of them motherfuckers. So I knew he was gonna crash. And I called it. I said, man, I ain't gotta do nothing to this dude. He gonna crash out. And like I keep on saying, one of these days, boy, me and his girl gonna go to Red Lobster. I'm gonna take her back to the Snooty Fox, put a hump in her back like a Halloween cat. Purse first though, sex next. And I'm gonna send her ass right back to Las Vegas. That's what I'm gonna do to her. Sharice Mills, if you hear this, if you watching this interview, just know, I'm gonna blow your wig back. Yeah, Compton Ricc said that.
Big U's been someone, who's been known to have a lot of respect. A lot of people know about him. He's been an OG. He's been through a lot. He's been around a long time. Were you surprised when you seen all the stuff that he was caught on wiretap saying?
I'm gonna say
allegedly.
I'm gonna say this, man. We don't know what he said, and I know them people is known to lie. They will lie, homie. They will put some shit on your ass. If he said it and it's true and it's real, then we all got to deal with, we got to lie in the bed that we make, man. And we got to lay in our bed, man. So if he got caught on wiretap saying that, imagine how many of us and everybody else they could be listening to. When they want you, they want you. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody's shit is wiretap. We just ain't did shit for them to come get our ass. Because when you call him, he call you, you call me. They got all our shit rigged up. We just ain't did nothing big enough and ain't too many complaints on our ass for them to come. We ain't, put it like this, we not doing what Big U was doing. Let's just say all the bullshit. Let's take all the dumb shit out of it, right? He was over there helping them little kids over there. We seen him on Christmas giving toys. We seen him taking snow to Crenshaw over there in his neighborhood. We seen him putting kids, some of them kids going to college playing football. They don't like that shit. You supposed to be telling the young homies, go put some work in. Take this strap and go over there and knock down some of them dudes. That's what they want you to do. Now, if he was doing that, his ass would still be on the streets. But once you get to helping the community and black kids over there, they want your ass out the way. They don't give a man. You know how many dudes in the neighborhoods, he ain't the only, you know how many dudes in these hoods that's doing shit, but they not doing no real shit for these kids. You see what I'm saying? They want a like that off the street. You a threat, you a problem. You taken away from the jobs in the county jail. We need all these little black and Hispanic kids ass out here doing crime, going up in that goddamn jail. That's gonna keep us going on vacations. The moment you stop that, your ass a problem. Now imagine how many other dudes could take on that same role. Somebody like this over here that's a super thugged out, he an OG over here. They come together with the same mentality. Let's help our community out. Who they gonna have to fill these jails up? That's the real problem. You know?
Yeah, I definitely seen Big U mention that in one of the lives, or not lives, but when he was leaving. He felt that they were trying to take him down, and that he didn't do anything right. And he really went out of his way to point out that his charity work that was fake. That what they're accusing him of stealing from his charity.
He's supposed to steal from it. He's a street. What do you expect from a street dude? All the shit that they saying he did, ain't that what street do?
Yes.
Don't they beat up hoes and kick them in the ass and beat up over here and kick them in the ass and rob and all that old shit, steal and kill? This is what street dudes do. So why is it a problem with the dudes talking about, oh, you did this, you did that? That's when I came up, that was some gangster shit. Now that we know it's not gangster shit, the dumb and illiterate shit that we was doing back then, that was the hardest hood. So what's the problem with him doing what he was doing if he was doing all that crazy shit, right? That come with the territory.
I think the thing that people are really kind of really surprised about is that he was doing that, allegedly doing that at that age, at 58 years old.
Man, listen, man. A snake will lose his goddamn, he is shed, but he's still a goddamn snake. You see what I'm saying? It don't matter what age you is. If you a criminal, you a criminal. We didn't see him over here going to church. You know when somebody changed their life all the way around. I got a homeboy that was a cold gangster. Now he online singing the gospel, doing everything. I don't know what, he got the Holy Ghost up in him. So, you know, he was doing gangster shit, if that's what he was doing. I don't know what he was doing, but if that's what he was doing, you give me some money. And I'm broke as a motherfucker. You think I'm fit to put all this money in this charity? I'm fit to pocket some too. You gonna do it and you gonna do it. I'm fit to do the same thing. Catch me when you can. And I'm fit to take this and go buy me a Harley Davidson. Y'all catch me. These kids don't need all, these got holes in their shoes. Get them some Payless shoes, something cool for right now, but I'm putting the rest of this shit in my account. Well, they don't need no Jordans. They don't need no top of the line cleats. Get their ass some cleats so the world will see that we bought them some cleats. Put the rest of that shit over there. We feel good as some bitches in the hotel room. A couple of 40 ounce. We can have fun. That's what gangsters do. They criminals. I don't expect no saint shit from a criminal.
So you respect that he stepped his hustle up, that he went from robbing on the street to robbing corporations in the city and the state and all that.
I'm not saying he robbed nothing. I'm not saying he did it.
Allegedly.
But what I am saying is you'll do the same shit. I'm broke as a you give me 100,000, I'm fit to give the kids 40 and I'm fit to take 60. Now you catch me when you can. Fuck it, I know I'm going to jail. When you catch me, I go sit down and do my time. You ain't heard Big U on one phone call in the county jail crying like this old punk ass Luce Cannon and Bricc baby. These calling home happy as a homosexual in a dick factory. You see what I'm saying? You ain't heard Big U say one word. If he's guilty, he gonna do his time like a G. This ain't nothing new to him. Them other two dudes, Luce Cannon and Bricc, they finna tell on shit that ain't been solved since the 70s. And when he born in the 70s. They finna tell everything. Luce Cannon is not finna leave Sharice Mills out here no more than 2 more months. In 2 more months, he gonna crack and he gonna tell shit that Capone done done. I'm telling you, man.
Well, we're still on the topic. You made a post about what you think will happen to Bricc Baby and Luce when they actually get to prison.
I think the booty bandits gonna get them. And I think they gonna get a couple of hoes put up in them, especially Luce Cannon. With the stuff that Luce Cannon do when he go to jail, they gonna do something to him, man. They gonna have sex with him. He gonna be the real sweetie, I'm telling you. All that sweetie, that's gonna be his name, literally. Yeah. He about to get pregnant in jail. He about to get pregnant. He gonna be the first man to ever get pregnant. Yeah.
So he's right here. So this is just this Fed is holding. Is this just like
downtown LA.
Downtown.
I never
LA.
been there before. I never did Fed time. I don't know how they operate down there, how they run it. From what I've been hearing, it's not like LA County Jail with dudes. It's squabbling and all that up in there. You know, let somebody just off the Richter, you know what I'm saying? But when he get where he going, you're going to see Luce Cannon with his shirt. You're going to see pictures that's going to be on the internet with him with his shirt tied up in a knot. And Kool-Aid on his lips and all that. We all seen it
cherry
before.
flavor.
He's going to have cherry flavored lips. And he going to grow his hair back. And his name going to go from Luce Cannon to Luce Shannon.
Look at, but one thing I didn't hear that y'all mentioned earlier was how them being sillies could be a play. You know what I'm saying? Because you just think about it, right? Just because I'm in the open dorm on the phone with everybody else that's out on Ricc, and you walk up to the phone and say, hey, and you talk to them, now we're sillies. That sound like content. These guys are content creators. So why are we putting it above them to run a play from prison? They already got their wives working together, making the t-shirts and stuff. So why wouldn't they just run a play? Oh, now we sellies. All they got to do is be in the same dorm.
Well, it don't matter if they playing that they sellies or not. They ass in jail. They
No,
in
they
jail.
ass in
It
there
don't
for
matter
sure.
if they playing like they sellies or not. They ass is locked up. You know what I'm saying? They in that.
And how is they getting McDonald's, Burger King, pizza?
Telling. Shit, you don't see the commercials when the
Pizza?
motherfucker, you don't see First 48 Law when they bring a nigga a pack of cigarettes, a lighter, It's a McDonald's. They tell it. Only rats get that kind of treatment. Come on,
As soon
man.
as they get that McDonald's, they give it
Yeah,
to
I ain't never seen a motherfucker eat McDonald's and outside food since I've been in jail, man. Unless they had the little food giveaways. If you just got locked up, you ain't been up in there for 2 weeks, and you eat Red Lobster steaks and all that. Come on, man, you tell it.
You know, one of the big headlines that came out of this situation was Adrian Broner having dirty dice games and using it to trick NBA players. He got one NBA player for $1.5 million and another NBA player for $5 million, man, you know. And Big U allegedly had to go get their money back. That's a crazy amount of money to lose at a dice game.
Hey, listen, man. That's a boxer with hands. He playing some suck-ass basketball players. They was probably giving him that money. As far as what they saying about Big U getting his money back, I don't know. I don't know if it's true, if it's not. But is you fit to fight a professional, somebody like Adrian Broner?
Not if I got a choice.
You're going to have to shoot that. Did he get shot?
No.
Well, he didn't take nobody money. I think it's all cap. I think all that shit is cap. I think these dudes want to, listen, man, we living in a clout chasing world. Dudes would say anything to get their name in the highlight, man. Adrian Broner took $1.5 million with some trick dice. It ain't that much trick shit you could do for me to not know that you playing. You keep on hitting 7, 11, 5, and 9s, and you ain't crapped out not one time. We finna check them dice. Them dudes deserve to get all the gangster shit that happened to they square ass. Quit trying to be gangsters. Period. Quit trying to be gangsters. Stay y'all ass on the basketball court, shoot basketball, go do some charity for the kids. Quit trying to do street shit. Now, when street shit happened to him, I don't feel sorry for him. I wish I was there so I could pass him the real dice after he done threw a few 7-Elevens and got me some of that $1.5 million. This is a lesson for everybody. If you stop doing street shit, get out the way. The game is over. It's over. They're going to tell on you and your wife when you go to jail. I know I am, Luce County. Your wife. On my mama. On my mama's mama. I'm finna go get her name tattooed on me too.
She don't seem like she gonna be around long, man.
She gonna be around. I'm just waiting to get this check. Once I get this YouTube check I made last month, I'm sending her a pack of roses.
You trying to get that stimulus out of her. I know what you're trying to do.
I'm trying to stimulate her. Yeah.
A lot of people are saying Whack 100 used Loose Cannon to go with Big U.
You remember that video that Luce Cannon made when he was disrespecting Whack? You remember that?
You recently?
It's about a couple years ago.
No, I didn't see
It's a video on the internet with Luce Cannon disrespecting Whack, and all of a sudden they become friends.
Okay.
Now, let me ask you this. Luce Cannon proclaimed to be a gangster, right? So how he allowed somebody to put him in a position to twist somebody? This got to be something that you want to do on your own. Didn't nobody make you do this. You did this on your own. You your own man. But Luce Cannon, he's so slow, anybody could have put him up on any mission if he thought he was going to. See, Whack got the record company over there, right, tied in with Birdman. Luce Cannon got them weak-ass rap songs that he keep on rapping over, do something, all that old weak-ass shit. He probably thought he was about to get a record deal. You see what I'm saying? So he sold his soul, just like he about to be in that jailhouse selling his ass. So he did what he thought he was going to do to get put on. Whack didn't make him do no telling. That's something that he wanted to do already. That's what I'm saying. These dudes be finding these dudes, they call them big bro and all that old shit because they got money and unk and all that. This motherfucker, your brothers, your unk. He did that on his own. Ain't nobody made him do shit. He did that on his own. That motherfucker ain't, I told you, he's slow. He used to be in one of them Joe Larry classes.
Well, when this happened, you know, it dug up a whole bunch of stuff.
Right.
One of the things that happened was a lot of old Whack 100 videos came out where he is like saying some pretty wild shit, you know, some shit with Future, some other stuff with Oscar De La Hoya. Some of these things are some, pretty serious things that he was talking about, and everybody seems to think that Whack is next.
Man, ain't no telling. If it's real, if it's true. If they looking for him, then they gonna get his ass. But if it's all some bullshit for content, then he good. But if it's true, then hey, his ass is next. But if it ain't, then shit, he good. I don't know. I don't know what the hell they had going. See, I don't be too invested in these dudes, man. I've been knowing Whack before Luce Cannon, before 600, all these dudes. I was doing business music with Game. That's the homeboy I grew up with. When I first came home, Whack wasn't around when we was doing the LAX album. When he was doing the LAX album, I got a song on one of the mixtapes, All These Hoes. I go check that out. But when I came home the second time, I was locked up with his homeboy Pooh Rider. Whack's homie Pooh Rider, we was locked up. So Pooh Rider was like, hey, I want you to meet my homeboy Whack. I'm like, nigga, I know Whack, but I'm thinking he talking about the other Whack from Compton. Or they say Bompton. I think he talking about him over there, right?
Wacko?
So, yeah, that's what I thought he was talking about. So when I come home, we was going to a show that Game had. So I met Whack them on at the Culver City at the JB's or BJ's, whatever the fuck it is. And that's when I first met him. You know what I'm saying? All the old shit they be talking on the internet, that's when I met him. And for me meeting him, he was nothing like this, how he is on the internet. He was always laid back, you know what I'm saying? Always professional, handle his business. I never even seen this internet side. So the shit that he do on the internet, I know that that's an act. I don't know, he's going up in that shit now. That whole thing that he doing now, that's just part of his internet character. That ain't the dude I met. You know what I'm saying? So, but if his ass is next, then hey man, we all been there before. It ain't go in there, get you a couple of packages, knock you a fat bitch, and chill. It is what it is.
How much time did you end up doing in prison?
I did 10 the first time, got out the second time, got caught with a firearm that wasn't mine. I took a deal for 4 years. So altogether I did 14 years. You know.
What do you think was like the wildest situation that you can talk about that you went through in prison?
The wildest situation in prison, a white boy Crip came on the yard, and the white boys wanted the Crip, the white Crip, to lead the yard, and the Crips was like, he ain't going nowhere. So we went to yard that night, and nobody didn't think nothing was gonna happen, and we seen all the white boys across the field, right? And you ever seen that movie Braveheart?
No.
It looked like Braveheart when they was charging. And I was like 19, probably 19 years old at that time, 18 or 19. And man, that was some wild shit because out there dumping down, getting down, the gun tower shooting that pistol. First they shot that block gun like 3 times, boom, boom, boom. Then they start shooting that Mini 14. I seen sparks literally coming off the ground. I knew they was busting that. And that's when people started getting down, but that was my first time being in a race ride. Over a white Crip. I'm like, damn. We get into it, like I didn't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the we fighting these dudes because they want him to leave and he white, he a Crip. I'm like, this shit is for real up in here. That was one of the worst shit that I've seen since I've been up in here. Because I literally seen them really shooting that gun, trying to knock ass down.
So I guess they really take that personal in prison. I interviewed Milk in the past, and he had the same type of issues. He had gotten a riot over the same, over a similar type of situation.
Yeah, that started a riot for sure. For sure.
Damn. So this white Crip comes in. You know, is this somebody you knew from the street? Did you ever hear about him?
Man, I ain't never seen this dude in my life, man. This looked like somebody that played in Charlie's Angels. Had hair and shit. And I couldn't believe we was going to war over this shit. You see what I'm saying? But prison is a whole different world, man. And, you know, the rest of that shit wasn't nothing. I done seen some crazy shit up in there, man. I done seen stabbings. I done seen everything. But being 19 years old, fresh up in there, and to see that they really shooting real bullets, yeah, that was a wake up call for me.
What's it like for a white Crip in there? Does he like got to do a little extra to prove himself?
No, when I went to Salinas Valley, we had another white Crip named Crazy. That was the homie. He was solid, 100, and on that level 4 180 yard, it is what it is. What y'all want to do? You see what I'm saying? And he walked the yard with us every single day. He was a cool homie too. Yeah.
What yard did the one have? What level was the
that
riot?
was level 3.
Oh,
that was at
okay.
Centinela, level 3 yard. No, that was at Ironwood, level 3. Yeah. When I first went to a level 3, I seen razors on the ground and shit. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, hey, homie, look, they got, shaving razors. They're like, you tripping, this tripping. Because I didn't see that on the level for 180R, you know. But yeah, that's where Luce Cannon about to go. Yeah, they gonna pick them razors up off the ground and cut his drawers off.
His draws.
They gonna cut his drawers down. Operation Drawdown. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What was your worst fight and fade that you had to run in jail?
My worst fight and fade that I had to run in jail, I was in juvenile hall. And there was this essay from Torrance. And I had a essay celly when I was in juvenile hall. And me and him got down. And I put tips on my celly, right? But the other essay was a boxer. Like he was training for boxing on the streets. Man, that came up in that cell, man. And I thought I was about to whoop his ass. Man, that was the worst, that was the hardest fight I ever had to fight. That dude had hands. He was squabbling, him and a dude from 60s. But the essay dude, he had hands, man. I was like, damn. But he told me, he was like, yeah, I'm a boxer on the streets, homie. I'm like, for sure. You know what I'm saying? So you learn respect, because, you think just because you from this gang, you better than these people or this gang, and then you gonna learn some respect up in there when you throw these knuckles. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
You mentioned dude from the 60s. What was that fight like?
Me and him got down over gambling. I think I said something. I probably, I was disrespectful. Probably called him out his name or something. And we thumped hard up in there, and we got down.
Okay. Was this county or?
No, this was in the pen. This is at Ironwood too. Yeah.
Well, like how'd the gambling go sideways?
Talking shit, shooting dice, and probably said something crazy. This was over 20 years ago, man. I was a youngster back then. Wild and, didn't give a.
Well, since our last interview, there was a kind of a peace walk in Compton with the Bloods, with the Treetops and the Fruit Towns.
Yeah.
What did you think about that?
Well, I thought because that actual beef started over my cousin. The Treetops and Fruit Town, my cousin Lil Trey. That's my mama's brother's son. So that shit started over my cousin getting murdered by Fruit Town. And my uncles, I got family on both sides. My family from Fruit Town and my family from Treetop. So to see that walk and that peace walk, I was cool with that. Because I lost my cousin from Treetop to the Fruit Towns, but the Fruit Towns, my father and all my uncles now from over there. And I grew up over there since I came straight from the hospital on Cherry Street in Fruit Town. So I know everybody over there, from the OGs to all the youngsters. And I know all the, a couple of Treetops over there. Ricky Henry, Grimace, that was in the YG video, that's my partner. G Wayne, that's my people. Lil Trey, rest in peace, my people. You know what I'm saying? I got family from over there on both sides. So I think that was a good look for that neighborhood.
Have the Crips talked about doing anything like that?
Well, one thing about the Crips, man, the Crips is like pulling teeth, man. Not say that it won't happen, hopefully one. But right now, ain't nobody really tripping. In the city of Compton, it ain't really no like that. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's something personal. But other than that, the Crips getting along, ain't nobody really tripping like that. Like gang banging nowadays, man, people done figured out we need some money. We got to get this money, man. The gang banging shit, we see what's going on. And the feds didn't trickle all the way down to low level. They used to go get mafia. Now they up there with low level criminals in the hood that been doing criminal shit all their whole life. Now they about to bring the Olympics to Los Angeles. Now all of a sudden they want to clean this shit up. They done built that football stadium. They done built that that Clipper stadium. They put money back into the hoods. They tired of their shit burning down, and they wonder how one house in Compton and LA and Watts, that one house burned down and the shit on the side of them still standing. They want that shit back. You see what I'm saying? So now it's time to get all you liquor store winos hanging out in front of the liquor store, hanging out in the hood, playing your music loud at night. They getting your ass up out of here.
You mentioned people are more on getting money.
Right.
I think I did see somewhere like the crime rate in Compton is like a lot better than what it previously was, even like 10 years ago. Right,
man. In Compton, man, I haven't seen really, just a couple of days ago, we seen on the news where a mother and a daughter was assassinated, but coming to find out, it was some relationship type shit. That's what the news said. Other than that, I haven't heard nothing really drastic in a minute. Like really too much, nothing really going on like that. People didn't figure it out, man. Like how much killing each other we gonna do, man? Like y'all not tired of this shit? Like come on, man. Let's get some money, man. Let's do something different. Like niggas tired of going to funerals, man. Tired of getting shot at because you know your scary ass homeboy 30, 40 years ago, they got his bitch tooken or his leather coat tooken. And now he didn't start all this shit. You got somebody that just got put on yesterday. He don't even know what he beefing for. If you told him that, hey man, you know why you beefing? Why? Because that dude over there done knocked his girlfriend, and that's why what? Man, hey homie, the crime rate is down. That's good. I'm glad, man. I'm glad. Now, would I still walk down the streets in Compton? I don't think that'd be a wise decision, because might be high one day and have a flashback. You see what I'm saying? So,
I mean, that's, Compton has a pretty tough gangster reputation. So to hear that is, it's surprising and it's good to hear.
Well, the world is changing, man. A lot of these cities got a gangster reputation. Us as black folks, Hispanic folks, we all in the same pot. And I'm thinking that people are starting to wake up. I think the lowrider community, I think the takeoffs, because you see a lot of Hispanics and a lot of blacks out there doing that from the youngsters. And then you got the older guys, the blacks and Hispanics in the lowrider community. Then you go up north, they doing a takeover like that. So I think a lot of people are starting to wake up and evolve now. Like, you know what, we not fit to throw our freedom and our life away for some bullshit. Let's have fun with these cars, with these women, enjoy life. You see what I'm saying? And you be thinking that half of these people is crazy and gangsters. Man, these motherfuckers be having real mental problems. These dudes ain't crazy. They not all the way there. Mentally, they need help, professional help.
Man, that's just good to hear.
For y'all down here in LA County, it's still going crazy in the Bay Area. Yeah, Richmond, Oakland, yeah. They like quadruple the murders up there.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Well, I pray for them people.
Yeah. The culture's just had a shift down here. The culture's it shifted a lot.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, you can kind of tell, with a lot of the podcasting and, all the shit talking people do. But
the podcast, not to cut you off.
Nobody's really getting hurt.
Yeah, the podcasting shit is this. I hear a lot of people saying, man, LA looking crazy because of y'all on the internet, right? You got dudes on the internet, they make it look bad, right? It's looking real bad, but them people is the people that you see on the internet, you can't look at them and say this is LA. You see what I'm saying? Even though nobody is tripping, dudes is focused on some other shit, don't look at them dudes on the internet and say that's the whole LA. Because you'll bring your ass out here thinking that it's sweet and find your ass over. You see what I'm saying? So them dudes on the internet, them are content creators. They trying to get a YouTube check.
But you can't do that in Chicago though. You can't do it in Detroit. It seemed like it only happens in LA. And I know I'm out of town
but they doing it in Chicago too, bro.
They doing it everywhere. But this is the point I'm trying to make.
Chicago's heavy too. Except Chicago, they're actually killing each other
over content.
Yeah. Over content.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, when I hear a dude on the internet disrespecting me, you see what I'm saying? They putting jackets on each other, right? The new thing now on the internet for views and clicks, use a snitch, right? This is the new internet game, right? But you got to think about it. These dudes would be on the internet talking crazy the next day, and then they'd be on here eating ice cream the next day. You see what I'm saying? These dudes is not LA. These are content creators. If they took the money, the monetization off YouTube, you'll never see these again. You see what I'm saying? That's the only reason why they on here with all the confusion. It's for a YouTube check. Because they don't have no talent. These ain't producing no movies. They not doing nothing for no kids. They not doing shit but on the internet every goddamn day causing confusion for a YouTube check. You take the YouTube check away, they ass to be broke down, sleeping under the freeway somewhere.
They got a nerve to have a mugshot come out.
Man.
One of the wildest interviews that I think I've seen, man, is that SKG interview.
Yeah.
I think you reacted to it, right?
Yeah, she's a lying bitch.
Okay.
Come on, man, because let me tell you something, homie. If a woman is getting beat up by some dudes, why she ain't called her brother, her uncle, her daddy, her grandfather, somebody? You see what I'm saying? Like, this stuff don't make... She's a failed rapper that wants some attention, and she using this for some highlight for a YouTube check. You see what I'm saying? Ain't nobody did shit to her. Because if somebody... We just seen her on the video throwing a bottle at somebody. Why we ain't seen no video of somebody whooping her ass? Why we never heard about this to now? She's using this opportunity for clout. She's a clout chaser. Now, if it did happen, then, you know, we gonna pray for her. But I don't think it happened. I think she's capping, just like everybody else trying to get some internet fame. That's all I think. You know what I'm saying? Now, for the women that's really out there going through abuse like that, then I feel for them. But for her, like I say, there's no way on earth somebody, a man fit to be whooping on my mama, my sister, my auntie, and we don't go do nothing to him. We don't care who you are. We fit to come get your ass. So if her daddy and her brothers and her uncles didn't feel that way, either she was a messed up individual smoking crack or something, or stealing out the house, stealing food out the house, selling it to the dope man. Something, she did something to the point to where ain't nobody having her back. So I don't believe that shit, man. You know? When I seen her throw that bottle at Big U, I said, I don't believe this bitch. This bitch lying. She was, did you see that video when she threw the bottle? That bitch is an animal.
She looked mad as hell.
And then she gonna say, if I had my pistol, this is when you gotta listen to shit like this. She said, if I had my burner, I'd blow you back. So if you had your burner, bitch, why you didn't blow him back when you said they whipped your ass? You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You gotta listen to what people be saying, man.
Yeah, and then, you know, I definitely think she said on there that, you know, she thought, you know, Big U had something to do with Nipsey, which I just always have thought is just crazy.
She said, I thought. I think. I thought. You see what I'm saying? We seen clear as day what happened on that video. We heard what happened on that. We heard it from a guy that was there. Dude came up, and it was a conversation that went bad, man. This coming from the people that was there. It was a conversation that went bad. And emotions was involved, and one thing led to another. Rest in peace, Nip.
Do you think Bricc Baby kind of gets, like, you know, undeserved backlash for having the same name as Eric, the same nickname, Shitty?
No, I think...
and them being homies?
No, I think Bricc get a lot of backlash for being on the internet, always talking shit, always on the dead homies, on 6-0. And then when it come time, when you finally get a chance to handle your business, it's all content. You see what I'm saying? I don't think it had nothing to do with the shitty name. I think it got everything to do with him always putting on the dead homies, always putting on the hood, always talking shit, and he ain't gonna do shit but get his ass on no jumper and talk shit. That's it. That's why people is on his ass. They ain't on him because he had the same name as Shitty. If that's the case, his ass would have been out of here.
What about the statements, you know, about the shitties?
Man, listen, man. That shit don't mean nothing.
I think that definitely had an impact on it, because it was like, that's supposed to be your homeboy. Then you trying to claim fame by saying you got in a squabble.
But that don't have nothing to do with it. If I got a little homie and he do something crazy, that ain't got to do with me. You see what I'm saying? He did that shit. I ain't did it. Like I say, y'all seen Bricc Baby get into it with DW Flame.
Yep.
DW Flame disrespected Bricc Baby's neighborhood. It slipped out. You see what I'm saying? That's regular talk, how in they hood talk. And Bricc didn't do shit. You see what I'm saying? It's things like that he's not standing on. And that's why people be on his ass. Like, ain't nobody getting on him because he got a shitty name.
So Bricc should have took off on him right then and there.
Well, they had a friendship, right? They got a friendship that they supposedly had, but when he disrespected his hood, it supposed to went down. If you really own the dead homies like you always do, you just super crip like you supposed to do, we expect them kind of actions. But when you don't do it, it's gonna make people look at you different. You see what I'm saying? But as grown men, I don't think there's nothing wrong with saying, you know what, man, my bad.
On camera.
He done got hold too many times. He done got yoked up, snatched up, disrespect his hood, Adam sex playing him.
That's what I say. People will sell their soul. People get on these. Listen, man, you might as well get a job. If you got to go through all this shit, man, no jumper ain't paying these dudes that much money, man. I don't think none of them is getting no major bag. We don't see nothing riding around no Rolls Royces. We don't see no big old real diamond chains on these. You see what I'm saying? He might as well get him a job, man. Go get y'all a job, man. Quit getting y'all ass on these platforms and telling about real crimes that you did, man.
Well, I'm going to change gears a little bit.
Let's go.
And I'm going to go into some more current hip-hop topics, man. Say So P
Oh,
and
yeah.
Sauce Walker are in Memphis in front of a hotel.
Slipping.
And dudes come out of nowhere and killed Say So P, man. It was a, pretty wild video when you look at it. I don't know if you've had a chance to see it.
I seen the first one, then they came out with another angle. So you heard that song. It's a song that Say So P got out. Excuse me. And he's saying in that video, y'all said I can't come back to Memphis. This was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So coming to find out, allegedly the rumor is that he hit a lick out there. You see what I'm saying?
200K.
Why would he make a song saying y'all say I can't come back to Memphis? And then when you show up, they get the drop on your ass and look what happened. But they say the dude that did it, he got smoked in Texas. So they end up finding him smoked in Texas.
They released a picture of dude without his mask.
Yeah, because he took his ass to a gas station or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just a few days later, he's in Houston, which is Sauce Walker's hometown, and everybody is like freaking out like, yo, what is going on?
Man, sometimes you ain't even got to put the word out. You my dog. You get popped. We know who did it. We got a clue of who did it. You don't have to say go do that. The love that people have for you, they might just take it upon themselves to go do that. We don't know. We don't know.
I'm not blaming Sauce Walker.
No, I'm not blaming him. I'm not blaming him either.
Sauce
But
Walker.
if he did, you see how shit going on nowadays. If you had anything any foul play, the way that the world is going, your ass would be caught in a couple of days. Ain't no more getting caught 2-3 years no more. This shit is so cold now with the technology and everybody telling, your ass will be on the news in 3 days. They got cameras that'll track you from here all the way to where you going. It's hard to get away with crime. No, you can't do nothing with nobody. You got to dress up like a goddamn scientist nowadays to do crime. It's no way to get away with it no more. You might as well just lead a life of crime alone. Get on YouTube like the rest of these dudes do and talk shit.
But think about it, right? You said he got into it in Memphis, right? But then the alleged killers get found dead in Houston. I think that's what he's saying. Like,
No, I get what he's saying.
that's what I'm like.
I get what he's saying, but hey, it's a price to pay for the games we play.
What's really messed up is the day after dude gets killed, the police release the name of the second suspect. Cold, man.
That's because they listen.
Yeah, they play.
Listen, man. Whose side you think the police on, man?
Yeah, I hear you.
They not on our side, man. If you in the streets, you making it their job easy. It's a cat and mouse game. Your job is to get away. Their job is to catch you. See what I'm saying? The same thing in the streets. Your job is to not get caught. You get caught, that's what happened with the game we play. We all signed up to play this devil's game. Look what happened to this. Look what's going on. All the squares, the dudes that we thought squares, they got all the beautiful women. They riding around in the nice cars. And all the dudes that still playing 1969 ass games and 70 games is dying every day and going to jail for the rest of their life, man.
The gangsters are not the I want to say cool.
Now having some money is cool. Being a player.
The cool
Look,
thing.
look, listen. A gangster, it got to be in you. Like it's part of you, right? But you gotta realize, like, what do I have to win playing this game? There's no future in it. When you young, you think like that. You love, you eat, sleep, breathe this shit. But when you get older, you start slowing down. You start seeing shit different. I'm not quick to react no more. I'm not quick to move fast no more. I think about everything now. You see what I'm saying? Before I used to just do it. And then I found myself in jail the last time, and I told myself, damn, why do I keep coming to jail? Juvenile hall, county jail, penitentiary, why do I keep coming to jail? And a light bulb lit up in my head. Man, you moving too fast. You moving too fast. The first time I got out, it was a white police officer. I was working in PIA, and we was making socks, right? Me and my homeboy. And I was about to get released. So the CO told me, he said, man, you a good dude, man. He said, you really do your work, man. He said, you take that work ethic. But he said, if you go back to your neighborhood, I promise you, you'll be back. I'm like, man, whatever. So I went back to the streets, and I went back. And all I kept remembering is hearing him say that, right? So when I went back that second time, I said, man, I'm moving too fast. Now I move slow. What is the rush? What are we rushing for? Take your time, pace yourself, have a plan, work your plan. The dudes who don't got no plan, they wake up in the morning, the first thing they do is smoke a blunt. The second thing they do is drive around the hood with nowhere to go. They see a couple of homies, they jump out, hang out, waste time. They waiting to get shot, they waiting on the police. They don't have a plan. The smart motherfucker get up in the morning, eat his breakfast, hit the gym, head to work. Get off of work, take his shower, go home, take his shower, spend time with his family. And he repeats that over and over, stack his money up. Before you know it, he got enough money, go get him a nice, good house. He move out that apartment to a house. Raise his kids. That's the smart shit to do. All this other shit, them days over with. This ain't the 90s no more. Them days is over, bruh. If you not walking the straight line, you can't straddle the fence no more. The technology is the technology, look at our phones, bruh. You could talk to your phone. Listen, homie. Remember they was saying they gonna put a chip in our hand? We thought they was gonna physically put a chip in our hand. Remember that?
Yep.
The chip is your cell phone.
There it is.
It's the tracking device. You could buy food with your phone. You could do everything. You could find a girl on there, go in the room and hit one, jack off. You could have sex with your phone. You see what I'm saying? And they made them phones so comfortable, they put apps on there for you. They get you addicted to these apps. Because guess what? They want you to keep that phone on you at all times because it's tracking your ass. They know what they're doing, man. These people, the technology is too smart to be a criminal now. It's over with. It's a wrap.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, the surveillance is everywhere. I mean, they have so many tools nowadays that they just didn't have 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago, that it's just, you could get caught. Like the dude got caught just taking his mask off. At the beginning, they had the mask on. They did it smart, and then he just got caught. He just up just one time, just boom.
Did you see Julio Fulio killers? Got caught the same way.
Yeah. The
same exact way. These dudes is moving on impulse. They not thinking. They just get it they in their feelings and their emotions, and they go pick up a gun, they come up with this bright idea. The only thing we need is a ski mask. That's the only thing we need a ski mask. Take the license plates off the car. This is the only plan they got to go do crime. That shit over with, man. Your ass would be in jail in 2 days.
Yeah, it's rare. Out of all the murders and stuff, serious crimes we've seen in hip hop, like I want to say like Draco is like the only one that's unsolved.
Right.
You know, so it's been, you know, like they've been really successful in catching, you know, Duck's killer. You know.
Look where these people doing these crimes at. Where was Duck murder at?
Right, downtown Chicago, the middle of a rich area similar to Beverly Hills.
When you come in our
Rodeo
neighborhood,
Drive.
when you go in they shit and do that crazy shit, you're going to get caught. Let somebody go do a murder on Rodeo Drive. I bet he'd be caught. They'd be looking for him more than they would on somebody that got killed on Central and Alondra. Or Alondra or Wilmington. I don't care about that. That's normal activity. Go down there in Beverly Hills and do something. And watch how fast they come get your ass. It's only when you do it in their part of town where the money's at. You're not about to run off our tourists and our people that's spending money because y'all bringing that bullshit down here. Go on back over there and do it. We don't give a about nothing that go on over there. But when you do it where we at, where the money at, you in trouble. That's why these dudes are getting caught. You know? Yeah. Say so, Pete. Where was that at?
Downtown Memphis.
Okay. They doing them in the wrong neighborhoods, in the wrong area. Not saying it's cool, but these are the mistakes. What about the dude they got, Quando, what's his name?
Quando Rondo.
Where that happened at?
Right around the corner from the Beverly Center. For sure, Beverly Hills.
Right down the next street, Hollywood Boulevard.
Mm-hmm. No, they coming for you.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that's pretty wild too, you know, the whole Little Dirk situation, man. That took the internet by storm. Right. Was surprising to see, man. I mean, what was your thoughts on that when you seen that?
When I seen it, what they saying on these records, they get to live in this life that they rapping about. You know what I'm saying? Look at Lil Baby, not to switch the question, but when I seen it, I said it's crazy. They doing it to themselves. They want to live this gangster life, man. Once you become a millionaire, you gotta leave the street shit alone. Focus on your career. Focus on what's important. You made it out of that. Once you make it out of that, why are you still trying to live that? When people that's living that trying to live do what you doing. Me and you trying to ride around in Rolls Royces. They got everything we dream of, and they want to go do what the nigga that get up in the morning and smoke a blunt and ride around the hood with nothing to do all day. Look at Lil Baby. They talking about, they had the shit in court talking about putting tickets on people's head. Come on, man. You a millionaire, man. You can have any woman you want. I think they want to go to jail with Luce Cannon, go up in the cell with Fleece Johnson and get a razor and cut their drawers off, or spread their legs and bite a hole in the middle of their drawers. And I think they like going to LA County Jail. The new thing I just heard, they putting peanut butter in dudes' ass. I think they like that. You got to like that, man.
Right, you brought 4 Extra. It talked about that. I mean,
yeah,
that he just got out of jail.
Yeah,
and he said he knocked some dude out, and some other dude came after him and put peanut butter
in his ass. Yeah,
in his ass.
Yeah. That's the LA County Jail gang they got going on. Would I be a part of that? Man, don't do that shit around me. If I've seen somebody do that, hey, let me go the other way, man. I don't want to be a part of that. I'm not fit to sit here and watch nobody pull nobody's drawers down. I'm not doing that. I don't understand what part of the game this is right now. What's up with this stripping dudes naked shit? Only thing I want to strip naked is a woman. That's it. I don't understand where these dudes is getting a kick out of pulling man's drawers down. Put the shit in their ass. I don't get that, man. I don't understand that. Ain't nothing cool about that at all. I don't care what they say. I don't think that's fly, man. Putting peanut butter in a man's ass?
I think it's...
First you got to see his ass. I know they want to humiliate you and all that, but what happened to just knocking somebody out? We don't hear nothing about stabbings no more. I ain't heard not one story of motherfucking stab. But I keep on hearing all these stories about peanut butters in the ass. That ain't cool, man. That's a psychological problem, brother. Yeah.
I think it's a slick way for these undercover gay men to fondle an ass. That's what I think it is. It's undercover homoerotic behaviors. You feel what I'm saying? They acting tough and they really want to grab a man's ass, and they need to stop that shit. That only happens on the West Coast. They don't do that in the Midwest. And shout out to Ohio.
Oh no, Chicago.
Man, listen.
They do dookie shoots. That's different.
Dookie shoots. No, but they I don't know if they do it anymore, but I've interviewed Ricc Reckless talk about it. Butters talked about it. That they'll spit in your ass.
Oh, spitting in the
Spit in your, listen, I don't even want to talk about no ass. Right. Look, listen, unless it's a female ass, I'm done with talking about ass. Because I don't know what these dudes get this shit from. Ain't nothing cool about spitting in somebody's ass and putting peanut butter in somebody's ass. I don't even want to talk about that no more, man. That's some crazy shit, man. Right, there, you know. Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's because we don't have no more R&B. There's no more R. Kelly songs. There's no more baby making music. No more love songs. So now all you got all day is murder, 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 kill, 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 rob, 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 steal, steal, steal. And once you hear that over and over and over, these dudes are starting to live that. There's no balance no more. Remember me and you was coming up, you driving in the car, you listen to the 92.3 The Beat, Power 106. They'll play a rap song, then they'll play a R&B song. They'll play an R&B song, then they'll play a rap song. It was a balance. Now all you hear all day is ops. Everybody is an op. And that's all they grow up and focus on. They getting them while they young. You see these little videos with these kids now, they crip walking now. You see what I'm saying? So that's all they know now. And they want to live even when they got money. Sometimes it don't even be that they don't want the money. They want the clout. You're not a real rapper. They got a perception. You're not real if you ain't hanging out with the thugs. The rappers back then, they got their money. You never seen Dr. Dre and them in the streets. You never seen Snoop Dogg and them riding around in the streets. Ice Cube and them, you never seen that. Only time you seen them when it was a video. And that was on TV. You could see a rapper, the one that you just named, I seen him at the barbershop. I seen him at the barbershop. You could see these rappers in the hood. And then when they get their chain snatched or get something done to them, like I said earlier, now they want to tell. They need to just get their money, do something for the communities, and live their life. You made it. What part that they don't get? You made it.
It doesn't make a lot of sense, man, especially when you're talking about like a Little Durk situation, you know, where he just had, you know, like he was one of the top guys in hip hop.
He finally made it. He finally made it. He finally got where he was trying to go. He finally got it. You seen him with that big old fat bitch he had at first. And then he went and got that bad bitch. You made it. You see what I'm saying? You gonna throw all that away to go sit up in the jail cell with Luce Cannon talking to Bricc baby through the vent? Come on, homie. You made it. I don't feel sorry for him. Let him sit up in that and ride away. You put yourself in that position. Let them be a learning lesson for the kids that's coming up watching these stupid. I want all the little kids out there, all the youngsters, look at all these dumbass that's making these mistakes and don't do shit they doing. They want to be tough and gangsters. Look where they ass at right now. They about to get their drawers cut off with a razor. They need to be examples. Those are called examples. You see what I'm saying? They are good examples.
No, I think the difference between now and then is that it used to be artist development, and now it's internet sensation. They used to have to develop the artist, tell them what to wear, what to do, where to go. Now it's like, hey, just go be natural, go be viral, go get cracking. So that makes people go out and do goofy shit. You feel what I'm saying? So I think that's why they wasn't getting in as much trouble back in the day, because they was actually developing artists, putting them in the house, putting them in the studio. Now it's like, go out, get viral, and get 100,000, and then if you get popping enough, we'll give you some money. So that encourages the artist to go do goofy shit.
Right. You're right. You got a point.
Yeah.
Right. If you can become, you know, look at Cardi B. I mean, I don't even think she was a rapper at first. She was just someone who just had this crazy personality.
She was a prostitute. She was a strip hoe. She was a hoe.
That too.
Her teeth was up like she did meth. You see what I'm saying? And she had a talent. And she was smart enough to use that talent. So even though she was a prostitute, robbing dudes and doing all that shit they say she did, she figured out how to get out of it. You see what I'm saying? She figured out how to get out of it. I respect the prostitutes and the strippers and hoes more than I do the women that's out here giving up that pee hole for free. Broke. Calling you, asking you for some money. All the hoes that you see on the internet talking about he gotta have some money, they're the ones that's sleeping on the air mattress. The ones that's getting money, they using what they got to get what they want. I'd rather see them do that than give it up for free. Oh, go get a goddamn job. That's it. Yeah. So the rappers staying out of trouble, and the rappers now, the difference is them dudes want it out, these dudes want in.
Dang. That's real.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Adam from No Jumper
Shout out Adam.
came out and said that No Jumper is going broke.
Mhm.
And that, you know, he listed the problems that they have, and his staff is too high, and that, you know, things aren't good for No Jumper.
After he said that, what happened the next day?
When did he get his page back? The No Jumper page?
And 4 extras came on here.
4 extras came home.
He was building the hype up.
Mm.
He got his page back, and then he had membership only in the chat. He's a businessman. He's a hustler. He know how to get the attention. That was a good marketing plan. I think that was good. I think that was excellent. He played on the people. He ain't going broke. Come on, man. Them dudes ain't broke over there. I think it was all cap because he needed to build the hype up for 4 extras coming home after he lost Bricc Baby. You notice when he lost Bricc Baby, that's when all the extra hype and crazy shit started coming because he had to keep the attention off Bricc Baby being gone. We need a smoke screen now. You see what I'm saying?
Kanye West has been going crazy on the internet. He did an interview with academics,
Mm-hmm.
and he wears a black KKK suit.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, does this interview, and he calls out a lot of people. You know, did you check the interview out, and what was your thoughts on it?
All right, so when you seen the white KKK suit back in the days, what that represent?
It represent evil.
All right.
And
they
for
and-
black people.
White power.
Right.
Or white power.
They was going to
Okay.
get blackness. So when you see a black KKK hoodie on, what you think he's saying?
I really, with Kanye, I'm not really
I
sure.
think he's going after the people that tried to screw him over. We know who those people he always mentioned.
Right.
He's playing the game on them. And he's also building up hype for his new album. He's not crazy at all. It's when you listen, when people know that you sharp and you got it, what's the first thing they do? Oh, he's crazy. Once we believe you crazy, then we ain't gonna believe nothing that you say, even if it's real. That's a cold game, manipulation, man. I think Kanye is smart as but I don't think he's a billionaire. You got to be smart to be a billionaire. Ain't no dumb. Look at all the rappers and everybody else that's broke. This dude managed to lose the money and then get it back. Become a billionaire again. So I think everything that he do is strategic. Even walking around with that white bitch, that prostitute that he be walking around with. I think that he using her to make them people mad. Do that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So everything that he's doing is a strategy. Why you think him and the girl breaking up now? The gig is up. All right, I didn't pay you enough money to be my walk around bitch. Okay, I don't need you no more. I'm about to drop this album. I'm about to get this KK suit. You get your KKK suit. You get your ass up out of here now. It's all playing. Him and her was teammates, players. They playing the game. Why would a woman walk around like that? She got paid. He doing it with them people. That's with him. And we know who them people is. If you get to saying their name, they'll flag this goddamn interview.
That's real.
But you know, ain't that we can't say shit about them, right? But they the ones who putting the music out, letting Lil Durk and all these who rapping this crazy ass shit, they don't say nothing about them. Because that's how the game is. It's up. We live in a cold world, man. We live in a cold world. You got to really pay attention, slow down, sit back and see what's going on. You say the wrong shit, do the wrong shit, them feds gonna come get your ass. When have you ever known them with some low bottom, scurvy? Ain't none of these Al Capone. Why is they coming to get these dudes? And it's deeper than Whack 100 and 600 on the internet talking shit every day about the man. It's way deeper than that, man. Right. Right. Now look, rappers are becoming millionaires rapidly, right? Some of them faking the funk. Some of them act like they got it, but they broke when they ass get caught up and go to jail. They ain't got the money. Like Luce Cannon, he's a rapper, right? Now, they can't even, he got a public defender, right? What happened to them 37 Airbnbs you had, 67 them Subways and Wingstops and all that shit you supposed to have?
Don't forget the nail salon.
And the nail salon. He on the internet every day, still got to continue to do content because he got to get store money, not even lawyer money, because you ain't doing enough views to get no lawyer money.
You bought you a t-shirt, right? You support
Yeah, I bought a t-shirt. I'm gonna give it to, I bought a t-shirt. Y'all go over there and support Sharice Mills' page. She's a black woman. She got a newborn baby, a handsome child, and everything y'all donate or even supporting helps her and her kid. We don't give a about Luce Cannon. That's what she got to do for him. But y'all go over there and support Sharice Mills. Go to lucecannon.com and buy y'all one of them shirts.
It says shopdemontimeexotics.com, but it's all right. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you got to do your own promo. For it.
I bought a couple of shirts myself, man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Yeah, support Sharice Mills.
Speaking of rappers not having money to bail out, well, Yella Beezy just bailed out of jail. You know, he's been alleged to have something to do with Mo3's murder. And Trap Boy Freddy made a post and said that he done spent all of his money bailing out of jail.
Yeah, that's the life. That's the life he living.
And Yella Beezy, I mean, he's got some hits.
He do. That's on me, baby. He got some hits.
Yeah.
I like that song. Again, man, all over the world, man. It ain't just LA. It ain't just Chicago. It's the mentality. You see what I'm saying? The mentality that we got, man, as black people, man. We gotta wake up, man, and get out that old ghetto ass mentality, because at the end of the day, it's over. It's doing us in, man. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think about GBO Gaston? Did you see the
Getting his
recent
ass,
video?
getting his ass whooped.
Yeah, so for people who don't know, he's been trolling
Nipsey
for years, mainly Nipsey, but
Yeah.
he's dissed Draco.
Yeah.
I think he's dissed a lot of the dead dudes from LA, man.
And where he's doing that at?
What do you mean? Where's he
On the
doing
internet.
that? On the internet, yes,
Okay.
on the internet for clout.
Right.
You know, he's even went as far as went to Nipsey's grave.
Right.
Extremely disrespectful.
So what do you think gonna happen when people see him? Exactly what
He
happened,
should
right?
be on site.
It's a lot of these dudes on the internet do the same thing he doing, but in a different fashion. And they think that they're gonna continue to get away with it. They just ain't found that one dude who don't give a about a camera or any of that and split their goddamn wig. These dudes is very disrespectful. They hide. First of all, you got to be a crazy ass. You got to be sick in your head to set your phone up and talk shit to your phone. You and your phone having a conversation. And if you up, oh, let me do that over. I got to do it again. I didn't do that right. I didn't sound tough enough. All because you chasing the YouTube check. A lot of these dudes, mark my word, gonna get their ass laid down for playing on that internet. Watch. You ain't got to do nothing to them. They karma gonna catch up with them. They gonna crash they shell. They like them 1980 crash dummies that was in them cars that run right into the wall. You ain't gotta do nothing to them. When a motherfucker disrespect you on the internet, don't say shit to them. They gonna crash themselves because they chasing fame, they chasing clout with no talent. They ain't even got enough money to really go nowhere and hide out. They ain't at another state. They right here. The right person gonna catch their ass and send they the guy. Like Snoopy Badass song say, I'm gonna send you the guy.
Shout out Snoopy Bad.
Yeah, Snoopy Badass.
Even though he ain't shot me out on no jumper, he just went. It's all good.
Oh, Snoopy Badass went on no jumper?
Yeah, he was just over there.
Okay, I think Snoopy Badass a big. What you think? You think Snoopy? I think he'd be a good host on no jumper.
He would.
He would.
He's definitely got a good personality. I just interviewed him.
Oh,
yesterday.
You did? Yeah, Snoopy Bad. Shout out Snoopy Bad, man.
He said the same about you.
Yeah, shout out Snoopy Badass, man.
He didn't mention money, but he mentioned Compton Ricc.
Man, listen, I'm not gonna bring your ass. Listen, look here, man. I'm gonna start bringing you motherfucking places. The square ass shit.
See what I'm saying?
Look, man.
They always shot down Compton Ricc.
Let me tell you a story about Snoopy Badass, man. Right? When Snoopy Badass first hit the scene, on the rap scene, right? When I seen the Jerry Curl shit, it reminded me of BG Knockout now, back in the days, Easy and all that shit, right? South Central Cartel, that's how they used to have their hair and shit, right? When he got into that trouble, I think he hit me on Instagram and he told me, he was like, hey man, I gotta go catch these fades. This is why I look at Snoopy Badass different. All the other shit they said he did, I don't know about all that, bro. You see what I'm saying? But what I do know is, I told him, I wouldn't go over there. I wouldn't go over there. If I was to go over there, I'm going, you know what I'm saying, I'm going with something. And it ain't fit to be no squabbing. I told him be smart, right? Now guess what? He went over there and took them fades. Now, I got homies from the West, you know what I'm saying, over there. Shout out to them dudes, solid dudes. But what had to happen was, you know, that's part of they structure. They program, they politics. But when he went over there and took his fade, I looked at him different. Because I said, don't go. He went anyway. Win, lose, or draw, you took 4 fades. Now, how many dudes you see on this internet talking shit fit to pull up to anywhere they talking shit at and take their fades? None of them. All these hoe ass be hiding behind their camera. He went over there and took his fade, homie. You gotta respect the man for that, bro. Now, what they saying he did and all that, I ain't read no paperwork on him. That's his home. He was from that hood. That was his homeboy. That's their business. That's not Bricc business, Capone business, or money business. That's their business. I don't know what the hell he did because I ain't read it. I don't care what he did. That's not my business, you know?
I hear you, man. Yeah, man. You don't really hear about too many dudes actually pulling up and getting the fade for sure.
Man, these dudes ain't pulling up the shit, man. Half of these dudes got kids, bro, that be on the internet talking shit. One last time you seen them do a video taking their kid to Disneyland, not big for them, buy a pair of shoes, taking them out to eat. When last time you seen that?
I haven't seen it too much, right?
They don't do it because they don't give a about their kids. Even when they get their YouTube check, you don't see them they don't see them get their kids shit. They don't do nothing. They don't even brag about that. But what they do brag about is bullshit. To tear down the community. To bring another down. You don't never hear these doing shit for their kids, man. None of that shit. These are some sorry son of a bitches, and I hope half their ass get chipped. I hope they get laid the down. I swear to God, I hope half these dudes that we see on the internet keeping up all the bullshit, I hope one day somebody lay their ass down. Because they gotta be examples. We need examples. It's up that we think like that, but let their ass be the example for the next, not to get his ass on here and do all that dumb shit. They just ain't got caught yet. When they finally get their day, somebody gonna lay their ass the down for clout. It's gonna be straight for clout.
Well, that's what it is, man. Compton Ricc.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate you too, man.
Man, dope interview, man. Dope energy.
Yeah.
You know, we covered a lot of good topics.
Yeah.
I've seen your growth, man. How long? It's been like a year and a half.
Man, ever since I left Camp Capone, the last interview we did, and you aired it, man, my views went up through the roof, man. So hopefully we do some numbers and you send some more of them subscribers on over to Compton Ricc Rock TV, because it went up the last time I left here, man. Shout out. It's always a pleasure. I'll come anytime, man. It's always a pleasure, man. And I brung Demon Time Exotics, man. Maybe one day he get his shot to do his thing. And like I say, Crip Mac was the first person to take me on No Jumper. This before the only dude that was there was AD, I believe, was there. Crip Mac took me on No Jumper, so I feel like, let me look out for somebody else and don't put all the shine on me. I don't know why he wasn't doing what he normally do on his channel, but hopefully when he get his interview one day, he could do what he do and do his thing, man. He came all the way from Oakland, bro.
Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Man, you know, from the Bay Area. Well, I ain't gonna say I'm from the Bay Area. I reside in the Bay Area. You know, I've done a lot of content with Luce Cannon. That's where people then got familiar with me. You know, so my channel, Demon Time Exotics. And basically, man, you know, I was rocking with Luce Cannon for a long time. I went out there and filmed with him, you know, for the BET stuff that he did for the gender reveal. So I was out there when they did that. And when I came back from Vegas, you know, he was smutting me out, so I kind of separated from
Man, all this old soft ass shit you doing, they need a money rat. He do this thing called the money rat. You need to talk to the money. You need to do your shit. What they know you for, bro. Do what they know you for, man.
Yeah, so, you know.
Oh, he's still doing that talking.
No, man. See, Rick Rock want me to go crazy on here, and I told him I'll go crazy, but he don't want me to mention nobody, so it's hard for me to talk about these suckers that's reinventing our show. You know that because, you know, Cam don't know a lot about us, man. You know, we basically...
No, he don't know a lot about your mom.
Yeah, that's why I say us, the collective. But basically, man, we've been doing this podcast, Next Level Podcast, where we, you know, we was doing the call-ins and, you know what I'm saying, just bringing a new energy to this podcast thing. And basically, we seeing all these, you know, following podcasters, you know, trying to reinvent the wheel and do what we've been doing. So, you know what I'm saying? Basically, I go crazy. I don't cut no slack, you know what I'm saying? When Wack come on my show, Rick Rock get mad because I tell Wack, you nigga, I don't care. Get your fat, lumpy, sloppy body ass up out of here. I don't care. Luce Cannon the same way, you know what I'm saying? I'm just not one of them guys that's looking to be cool with everybody, you know what I'm saying? If you gonna disrespect me, I'm gonna tell you, bitch, get up out of here. So that's what I'm on.
Okay, and you're out of Oakland.
Yeah, that's where I'm staying. I'm residing in the Bay Area, man. 6.5 hours down here, man. So, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate it coming in here.
You know, Oakland and the Bay in general, as you know, they've been a lot of trendsetters in hip hop. Mm-hmm. You know, what's new in Oakland? Like, is there anything brewing under the scene, you know what I'm saying, in the underground that's gonna be coming up here soon?
Well, you know, I don't know how underground EBK J-Bo is, but, you know, right now that's taking over, you know what I'm saying, in the Bay Area, you know what I'm saying? So EBK J-Bo, man, and there's a lot of other little guys, but I'm really more tapped in with the LA scene, you know what I mean? And that's what I get a lot of flack for, you know what I'm saying? They say I'm out of towner that's in LA politics, and I want to let them know I'm gonna stay in the politics. So when you were saying that ain't got nothing to do with money, no, money is in the LA politics.
This is why I tell you, man. It's okay to be in LA politics. You see what I'm saying? It's cool. You're not from a gang, it's okay. But just understand, when one of them LA beat your ass, you put yourself in that position. So take what comes with it. That's all I'm saying. You could do it, but just be prepared to either get an ass whooping or he gonna have to do something that's gonna put him up in there with Luce Cannon. But hey, do what you do, man. It's a free world. It's a content world. Everybody creating content and doing their shit. Do your thing.
I ain't never seen a beat up no bullets. You ever seen that?
Hey, I don't know. The interview over with, man. I don't know what you talking about. Man.
Hey, I'm legal, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no felonies, man. But definitely, man, you know what I'm saying? We got some big stuff coming up, man. We trying to, you know what I mean, step it up around here, man. Next level shit, for real.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it is, man. I appreciate you guys.
Right.
You know, once again, man.
Appreciate you.
Dope interview, man. I just really love I love your progress, man.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you know, you going crazy now. You know, just a year and a half ago.
Right.
You know, you was just it wasn't doing too much.
Right.
Man.
Right.
You know?
Can I give a shout out to some of the guys that I watched over the years? I watched the way that you interview a couple of interviewers. That's how when I did my first interview, I think it did like 400,000 views. Because what I learned is, when you got a guest, when you interviewing somebody, let them talk.
Let them talk.
Don't cut them off. Let them talk. You see what I'm saying? Before I was trying to do it, I was cutting them off. There's some videos on my page. If you go all the way down, I was cutting them off. Now I let them talk. So I learned that. Nina Boy, I watch how his energy, you see what I'm saying? ODM Slim didn't got good. He goes on one. You got to add that comedy to it. When I seen him on the internet going on one. So all these people, you just put them in the pot and you just put your flavor on it. Now you got your own shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to, that's dope, man.
Yeah.
That's what it is, man. Well,
Yeah. And all you dudes that's going on these, we're going to get up out of here, but all you dudes that's going on these no jumpers, Cam Capones and all this shit, and y'all want to blame them for y'all getting on here, open y'all mouth, that's on y'all ass. They can't make y'all do all this talking. Y'all be going on there doing all that talking. That's on y'all. Stop blaming these people for y'all allowing your mouth to get you in some trouble. Free Luce Cannon, Bricc Baby, Big U and all them dudes, and Sharice Mills. Bitch, I'm gonna send you some flowers and me and you gonna go to the Snooty Fox. I'm gonna put a hump in your back like a Halloween cat. Yeah, I'm gonna your brains out, Sharice Mills. Yeah. Let me get up out of here.
all right. Appreciate you, man. What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon. So hit that like button, subscribe, Well, I just seen some news broke, and I seen you kind of touch bases on your show. You know, Compton TG has allegedly been beat up and kicked off the yard.
Well, I did a show on that on Compton Ricc TV. Y'all go check that out. Yeah, man, he called home. He actually called 600, and he explained his story that what happened. Now, as far as him getting rolled up, I haven't heard anything about him getting rolled up. Now, if you on the prison yard, and I guess he said 2 people approached him, and 1 dude fired on him while he wasn't looking. If the gun tower see that, they're going to automatically push the button. Once they push that button, whether you horse playing or not, they cuffing y'all ass up and sending y'all to the program office. You see what I'm saying? Now, he not going to tell this dude fired on me. He can't do that. And the dude that seen him fire on me going to just take his 115. But they got to, either y'all going to sign a chrono where y'all going to all be on the yard together, but they going to move one of y'all. If it's a 2-on-1 situation, they going to move the dude that got fired on. You see what I'm saying? I think that what I heard that's already on the internet, like my video, I just think that, man, when y'all go in these jails, you gotta, it's respect. All this allegedly happened over disrespect. You gotta respect.
So the story is he was on a tier or something, and he yelled the disrespectful word
Right.
for the neighborhood Crips.
Right.
And allegedly some dudes from the 60s heard him and went after him. That's
Well, listen, let me tell you something, man. He from Compton, for one. Compton and Watts, right? Nobody is fit to come push up on no homies, on no Compton and Watts, and just do what they want to do. The protocol is they were supposed to go get at the Comptons and say, hey, man, your people said something disrespectful. And then the Comptons and the Watts will say, we'll take care of that. So I don't believe that they did this to a homie and did no ride or nothing after that kick off. At least when I was up in there, that's how it would have went. Ain't nobody else, because we not going to do it. We not fit to just go take it upon ourselves to go jump the gun and do something. We're going to get at they folks first. Now, if they folks don't do nothing, then we're going to handle our business. It's going to just be on. That's how that go. So I don't be believing all this stuff that I hear on the internet, man. Dudes be hating. Dude, he a rapper. You see what I'm saying? So that's like I keep on saying, clout. He the best person to get some clout off of. We don't know. I wasn't there, so I don't know what happened. I'm just hearing what I'm hearing on the internet, and then I heard his part of the story, what he had to say. We haven't heard the aggressors say anything if there's aggressors. They haven't gotten on the internet and said something. We all getting this information from another dude that's locked up. We don't know what kind of issue and problem that they got going on. So you got to be careful who you get the information from, because I might not like Count Capone. But I see something going on with Count Capone, shit, I'm going to make up a story on your ass, put it on the internet. Especially if we ain't on the same yard.
Yeah, or over exaggerate a story. And
Come
put a lot
on,
of
man.
twists on it.
You know how that shit go. Now, if that shit happen, homie, then that's the price you pay for the games you play. You see what I'm saying? So, hope he learn from whatever the situation is, man. And shout out to all the homies from Compton and Watts on the yard, man. Free all y'all, man.